Welcome to this flash tutorial request 4x4 sliding puzzle. I did 3 tutorials earlier to make this 3x3 sliding puzzle, and that's where I'm starting from. If you are experienced with coding to some degree and you understand how to make movie clips and do drawings, then you could actually watch this video and make a 4x4 puzzle. If you can't, you'll have to go back and do those other 3 tutorials. They're in a playlist called Flash by Request. They're Flash Tutorial Request 86, 87, and 89. So I have part 3, which is Request 89, and that's what I'm going to work with. It might be a good idea to have a pencil and paper on hand when you start this. The first thing I want to do is put some more buttons or whatever they are, some more of these little numbers around this area. So to do that, I inserted a layer, and once I inserted that layer, I'll show you. I just picked the layer that has some pieces on it here, and I looked at this here one here, and I noticed that it's 325 on the X, so this must be 300 right here, because there are 25 pixel blocks. So this X is 300, and if this is 150 on the Y, so that's what I done. So if I look at this, what I done, I made a layer called X and Y, and I wrote 300 to let me know that this is the 300 on my X, and this is the 150 on my Y. Then, using those same techniques, I made another layer and called it Add 4x4 Pieces, and I added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more movie clips. And if we look at them for a second, this one here is, now you might need a pencil here. This one I'm calling Red 11 movie clip. This one is going to be Pink 15 movie clip. This will be 14 perp movie clip, 9 yellow, 10 blue, 12 green, and 13 gray. And where I'm getting those from is I just extended, if I open the action panel, I just extended these colors and put a number after them. So blue, now my second blue is going to be 10. Once I had that done, now I got to work on my targets. So I locked all my layers. I opened my target layer, and I can't see my targets. So what I'm going to do is click here, and everything disappears, and click here, and the only thing I'm going to see is my targets. I then moved my targets around. I moved them around and moved them around and moved them around, so they are like this. Target 1, this would be target 1. This is target 2, and so on. So they follow this pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then when I needed some more, I just dragged them on the stage. They're all at the same instance, but they have different instance names. What I actually did was I put number 4 here. I put number 5 here. 6 here. 7, 8. Then I copied these and pasted them in and put them up and renumbered them. So now I got everything back to where it should be, and I have all my numbers and have all my targets numbered and labeled. Now what I gotta do is do this thing. So just as I did in the previous videos, I made, this is where I want the numbers to be when they're finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and up here and back like that with the space here. Now, I believe we're into the coding. So open the Actions panel. Now I'm doing this quick and I might forget something, so get back to me if I did. I'm using a blue, red, green, purple, pink, gray, and yellow. I'm not using a brown. So select from here up to here and copy that. Right click, copy that. Come here and I'm putting a few spaces so I'm just separating my new ones from my old ones. paste them in. And blue, I can look up here, but I wrote mine down on a piece of paper. But either way, blue is going to be blue 10. Red is 11. Red 11. Green is 12. Purple is 14. May as well do them all. Pink is pink is 15. Pink is like a salmon color for me. My gray is 13, and my yellow is 9, and hopefully I didn't duplicate any numbers. 9, 10, 11, 12. That's good. Now I think the only thing we have to do is the code the win when you get them all in the right place. So come way down the page, way down the page. You got this massive, and we got to be very careful here because we need to end up with the same pattern. And where you can get confused is when I start, I need 2 open brackets here, and I need 3 on the end when I'm finished. So we want to start here, right here, and click and drag. Oh, no, I want to get here. Click and drag. Click and drag. Go all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, and I only want 1 here. So if I look at this line here, it starts with 1 open bracket, ends with 2 open brackets and an and sign. This one starts with 1, 2 and 2 and signs. 1, 2 and 2 and signs. And that's how when I'm finished this one, it'll have the same one here, but it'll have 3 brackets on the end when I'm finished and no and sign. So I have an if and a bracket I'm not using and a bracket I'm not using. Right click, copy that. Click right here, right there. Bunch of enters. So now there's my closed bracket there. I'm going to put a couple more enters. And just come above that and paste it in. I just clicked there to see if I had any errors. I got no errors, so that means I'm not doing something really bad. Now, I need to recode this. This looks like, and remember I said I need a 3 at the end. Here's 1, 2, and there's the third one right there. So that's all right. So now I got to code this. Let's go up to this yellow. Now I'm going to switch to another video here. So yellow becomes yellow 9, target 9, blue 10, target 10, red 11, target 11, green 12, target 12, gray 13, target 13, purple 14, target 14, pink 15, target 15, and anything else that you had in here, get rid of, so that your last line should be an open bracket, this pink statement, and 3 closed brackets here. Now you might have 2 here and 1 down here. That's all right. Click here, and that's going to be good. So now, if we did everything right, and I test my movie, I want to make sure I have no errors. That's what I'm looking for now. And just to make sure these work, this works, this works, these work. All this stuff works. Nothing changes here with them. But for me to get this, I've worked hours and hours and hours, and I could not ever get it. So I sort of cheated. I just unlocked all the layers that have pieces on them, and I highlighted to make sure that I have all the pieces. And then I moved them around just roughly. I didn't play around with them, so that I have them in the same order as this. So now when I run it, if I have my targets lined up and code it right, and if I have these in the right spot, I should jump right away to the you win. Test movie test. You win. Now, before you actually move this, save it with another name so that if you mess something up, you don't need this, only to test it out. But make sure you don't, if you do this and save it like this, you're going to have to go back and put them all back in the right place. So make sure you save it of a different name before you move these around and test it out. So I'm curious as to whether I did it too fast or not, but if I did, let me know what I'm missing and I'll get back to you. Hope you learned something from this tutorial. I hope you use what you learned.